For employers, right? If you're thinking, why do I keep hiring losers and wrong people for the job? Yeah, why do we keep getting the wrong persons for the job? You know, they're complaining about this, complaining about that. Interview time looks good, right? Yeah, they might look good. They have a nice resume. You thought this is the right person for the job, but when you hire him, 1-2 months later, you find out all sorts of what should I say?
Different characters,
different
I think that's the most politically correct and safe to actually say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say too much about that because my bosses might be thinking that same thing about me.
Exactly. The first topic is hire and interviewing winners.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to talk about today. And then at the same time, we're going to move on to the stock market report with none other than Aziz Hakim. You have been taking notes, right?
I love that stock report. And that guy's gonna make you some money, man.
Exactly. And after that, we have the Commissioner of Personal Data Protection in Malaysia to talk about Personal Data Protection Act 2010.
That's right. So those spamming days are hopefully over. But we will find out how you can identify a winning candidate for your job.
Exactly.
So it's here for the second time around. He's been here for I think previous 2 months talking about One Malaysia Housewives program. But today it's more about how to hire and interview winners for the job.
That's right.
Let's bring him in.
So, we'd like to welcome Mr. Luis Kalam, who is the Managing Director of Alpha International Training and Consultancy, Sinar Berhad. Very good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So are we in trouble?
Doing a good job.
Good.
The program that actually is under your business here, it's called Hire and Interview Winners, right?
Yes, it is.
What is it about?
Okay, basically this is a program to ensure that you get the right employee for the right job. Because many times if you notice that there are interviews being conducted, the selection takes place, and then we think that we have got the right people, but eventually over the period 1-2 months you realize that, oh my god, I chose the wrong person for the job.
I see.
So we are here to ensure that we train people to make sure that they'll be able to recruit the right candidates.
Is it a 1-day seminar, 2-day seminar?
This is going to be a live seminar which will be done over 2 days, and this program will be conducted by a very well-known speaker and trainer, as well as author of the book. His name is Dr. Goodman.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's from United States of America. I'm very sorry he can't be here today.
No problem.
I'm actually being proxy for him.
That's right. So those who are not attending that 2-day workshop just yet, well, thanks well until you have a 10-minute special preview.
So this program is actually more for the interviewer, right? Is it for the interviewer or the person who's attending the interview?
This is going to be for the person who's going to interview.
Interviewer.
So the interviewer to be prepared.
The recruiter.
Yeah, the recruiter. So the recruiter will be able to know exactly what to look through the personalities of the candidates who are coming for the interviews and so forth.
Or also the interviewee, so that they know what the interviewer is looking out for, and they can actually counter back and make some facade or something like that. So please do give us some pointers on how to identify a winner instead of a loser.
Okay, so before we go into that, can I just touch on when this program is going to be done? And Okay, this live seminar is going to be conducted on the 19th and 20th of February 2014, and this is going to be held in Concord Hotel, Shah Alam. Okay, and it's going to be presented by Dr. Goodman, a speaker from the United States. He's also an international speaker.
Is he the one on the screen right now?
Yes, he is the one who's on the screen right now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He's going to fly down all the way from United States to be with Malaysians to train the candidates to be able to be a good recruiter.
I see.
Right. So what is the main purpose of this program?
Okay, the main purpose of this program is to able to get a good employee in an organization. So what we are going to do now is we're going to take the candidates who are going to attend this program through a process of how to conduct an interview, okay, and also how to look at a resume, because sometimes people tend to just look at the resume and say that this is the right candidate. I've gone, but I could be wrong. It could be written by somebody else. So how you look at the resume and how do you detect and how do you hire, retain, and read personalities of people. This is in view of what it's going to be.
Now I am taking a look at your modules for that 2-day seminar. One of it is like legal do's and don'ts. So yeah, in fact there are things that you can actually do and things that actually you can't do, right, when you're assessing your interviewee. So one of it, I suppose, is checking their Facebook legal.
Probably.
That's legal, right?
That's legal. To see whether they are, and then the information that they have given, is correct or not, is true, and then whether they'll be able to, sometimes they write there, they'll be able to speak good English, good Malay, and good, foreign languages, but are they really, up to that mark, and things like that. Yeah.
So who are the target audience? Are they only those in the company's HR departments, would you say?
Yeah, I would say that main focus will be human resource department. The people who are involved in the selection process, the recruitment process, as well as the interviewing process. But nevertheless, as what Stephen said just now, it will be a good idea if even a candidate sits in. So the candidate who is going to be
going to the minds of the interviewer.
I think he will know. They're going into the minds of the interviewer to know exactly what is being.
First of all, clean up your Facebook account.
Hide those party pictures. So maybe you can tell us some of the other modules, what will be covered in 2 days, because that's a bit long, right? 2 days. Is there really so much to be learned about this?
Yes, there's a lot to be learned because we also have a lot of sort of like role play, in the program, and then we will show them how the interview has to be carried out, and how the interviewee has to, respond and things like that. And of course, there's a lot of areas that we're talking about here, as you may have seen on the screen.
We understand that there's eight modules.
Yeah, there's all in 8 modules.
Let's see, employee reference checks. So, what are the basic pointers? Maybe you can share with us.
Not giving too much away, but we're really showing some of it on the screen, though. What are the pointers that actually the interviewer must have to conduct the interview? Are they being trained not to ask any two personal questions or something?
It's not too much a personal question. I think what they will be also trained mainly on the psychology of how to ensure that they will be able to, read the personality. I think that's the biggest area which we want to focus on, how you read the personality of the person who comes into the interview room. So that will be definitely the main focus.
I see.
We are going to take a really short break because we have this hot spaces to bring us to you, and we'll be right back with our guests right after this hot spaces segment. So let's take a look. Inspired Spaces. That's our new segment for Hello on 2 for 2014. We hope you're inspired by that to change some of your spaces in the homes to brighter and more functional.
You don't have to move to a whole new home just to feel a breath of fresh air. You can just tweak it a little and give you some more life, right? So we are still right here with us together with Mr. Luis.
That's right, hiring and interviewing winners, and we're still here with Mr. Luis Adai Halam, who is the Managing Director of Alpha International Training and Consultancies in Berhad. Now we're talking about training the interviewers, the people who are going to interview future candidates for the job. So it's mainly people from the human resource department, right?
Human resource department. Now we haven't asked you about the costing for the 2 days.
So it's going to be February.
Yes, it's going to be on the 19th and 20th of February.
Okay.
And the cost is RM 2,400 for the 2 days.
For 2 days.
2 days.
And you have the special guest from the US?
Yes, we are going to have a special guest from the US. As well as this fees that they're going to pay is actually claimable under Human Resource Development Fund. You see, most of these organizations are contributing to the Human Resource Development Fund,
Right.
which they can use that as part of reimbursing back cost fees. You see.
I see.
True. I think 2,400 is a reasonable amount for big corporations to send their HR department staff over, because the cost of hiring a loser is actually more than that 2,400 ringgit, right? It's not really legal to just fire a guy without good reasons, just for bad character and things like that.
Of course, when you work in a company, especially in the HR department, you need to have certain skills lah. So in a way, I think you are polishing up their skills in terms of how they can be more analytical, how they can decipher all these hidden messages in the resume, right? Maybe you can give us an example lah. Like let's just say this resume has so and so details. What are you going to do to train them to look out in the resume?
Okay, you see, one of the point, like what you stressed, we always emphasize that the people who come into Human Resource Department, firstly, they have to have some legal knowledge about the Employment Act, the labor law and stuff like that, and also the recent changes which has taken place in the Employment Act and so forth. So they are well aware about what is happening in the market. At the same time, there will be few things that they will be looking at in the resume, basically in terms of their qualifications, whether the qualification meets the kind of the job that we're going to offer, and whether the experience that they have, and stuff like that. So this is what we'll be focusing on in the resume.
I see. Do you have a website there where people can have more information about this course?
Of course, yeah. They can actually visit our Facebook address, because our Facebook is more current, which is www.facebook.com/Alpha International.
So that's where they can get it, right?
Yes.
Okay, really, really cool. So 7 modules. Let me just read you through. Interviewers. 8. Self-analysis inventory. We're also going to be covering legal do's and don'ts, as we mentioned earlier on. Musts for successful into reviewing and hiring, creating job descriptions, recruiting exceptional candidates, finding prime candidates, pre-screening process, and not mention that's what else we have covered, right? Conducting the interview, essential strategies, and evaluating candidates, selecting the best fit. Whoa. All right. Now, is there an exam to this course at the end of it?
Actually, we'll be having pre-assessment. We have pre-assessment as well as post-assessment. Because the idea is we have to ensure the candidates who attend this program, they have to take something back home. There's some learning has taken place.
Okay.
So we'll have this sort of pre and post test as well.
The reason why I'm asking is...
And of course you have certificate lah.
Yes, of course.
Cool. The reason why I'm asking
The best part is HRDF claimable.
Claimable lah.
Yes.
Cool. So don't worry too much about that. So it's all that. So do you have any message to our viewers before we let you go?
Where and when and how much and
Okay, sure. So I'd like to inform the viewers again that the program will be held on the 19th and 20th, 19th and 20th of February 2014, and the program will be held at Concord Hotel in Shah Alam, and viewers will be able to get more information by visiting our Facebook address, or they may contact me at on my own number, which is 012-327-5911. That's my mobile number. You can contact me directly at 012-327-5911.
There you go. So if they miss this opportunity, the next one will be like what?
Probably in the middle of the year.
Okay, so keep tabs on that on the Facebook. And yes, we hope you enjoyed watching this interview so far, and we hope you has opened your eyes now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah, exactly. The other side of the game, right? Usually we're focusing on candidates. Remember, we're the right dress for success, impress your interviewer. But today we're going on the other side of the fence, right?
Exactly.
So how to be a good interviewer, that's the best part, right?
So right now, we're going to move on to the stock market report with none other than Mr. Aziz Hakim, who I believe is on the line with us right now. Hello, good afternoon, Aziz.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, Stephen and Zamil. Good afternoon.